Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Early Mornings LALATE. It's a continuation of the show at the 6:30 edition. Hope you're good and safe. You made it to the weekend. And renewed focus on your second stimulus. What's going to happen next Monday? As Janet Yellen is expected to be announced as Treasury Secretary, economist, and as the new Treasury Secretary is in battle to really turn this economy around by giving you stimulus checks, how soon will that be done? And is she really going to sit back and have nothing done between now and January? I don't think so. And Wall Street doesn't think so either. And so what could happen next week? It's all really developing. I'm going to have all those details. Additionally, it's more about how to get money right now, not 5 weeks from now, and not, waiting all the way to Monday either. It's a new day. It's Saturday, and this is the continuation of Early Mornings LALATE. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Early Mornings LALATE, the 6:30 edition. Wow, I'm so glad you joined me. It's easy breezy, lighthearted, and very simple and fresh. The toast is toast and the butter is butter, and I'm here, you're here. And you didn't leave me bacon again. I have that. I'm going to have a conversation with you not leaving me bacon. I hope you're good and safe. Boy, if you've not subscribed, please do, because I'm getting viewers money. This is money right now, not money 5 days from now or 5 weeks from now, but 5 years from now. But money right now that is owed to you, was dedicated for you. It's free money, it's stimulus money, it's also called grants, and it's rent, food, utilities, and more. So please subscribe. And we now have upwards of 6 to 7 volunteers who are stepping forward and really doing an incredible, valiant effort to help you. And they are in the community page of this channel, which is youtube.com/LALATE community. If you're joining me at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time, this is an instant premiere. As an instant premiere, you're allowed to chat on the side. You're able to chat on the side with your Purple Power friends. Chat about grants, chat about my hair, chat about the flowers, chat about anything you want to chat about. And it's a great place to meet familiar faces. Everyone wakes up the same way. This is the show that America wakes up to, and so I really appreciate you waking up this Saturday morning with me. Familiar faces can also be reached out to for helping with grants. So if you need assistance, jump in the chat and say, hey, can you help me? And with that, let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news as you sit here today is that there's renewed focus with Janet Yellen coming in, because ultimately a lot of the stuff that Nancy Pelosi has done has economically been illogical. I'm saying that in a polite way. It's just been bat crazy. Let's just say it the other way. It has not made any logical sense. She turned down Steve Mnuchin's offer of FPUC of $400 a week in July because she went $600 a week. Who holds out for the difference of $200 a week and then ultimately gets you nothing? In negotiation circles, that is just the strangest thing I've ever seen. It's a buffoonery. So instead of taking $400 a week, which today would be $8,000 of FPUC had she taken Steve Mnuchin's offer, she got you zero. So now that she lost seats in the House and lost seats in the Senate, the question is, where is she? Is she understanding that Steve Mnuchin's offer of 1.9 is gone? It doesn't seem that she's sort of understanding that yet. His $1.9 trillion offer for second stimulus is gone, or 1.8, it's gone. He's down to 500 million now. And so what has she done? She said, well, you know what? My 2.2 offer is now gone up to 3.4. We can go anywhere it wants to go. A lot of people are telling her where to put that $2.2 trillion offer, where to take it next, because basically it's going nowhere. Wall Street's saying that the stimulus package will be around $500 billion. And what's important to understand is that that has far more than enough for your stimulus check, for FPUC, for UI, for PUA, for EIDL, for some hazard pay, and for some PPP. And Janet Yellen is expected to say that next week, that you need money for stimulus checks for small businesses. You need to extend unemployment benefits. And beyond that, she's going to have to walk a very tight rope if she's going to say that cities and states and counties are about to go bankrupt, which is just not true. As an economist and a former head of the Federal Reserve, to say that states are going bankrupt when they're not is sort of ridiculous. And you know what? I haven't said this yet in this channel. I'm going to say it now. And if you hear this, you may want to share this video with broadcast news. States had the ability to borrow money under the Main Street Lending Program, created under the CARES Act program by the Federal Reserve, under Jerome Powell, the successor to Janet Yellen. And cities and states that may have not felt that they were going to go bankrupt or felt financially unstable, they could have borrowed from the Federal Reserve. They didn't. You know why? Because they didn't really need money. They wanted free money. They wanted 3 years of free money. You want 3 years of free money. Everyone would love free. Drop in the comments if you love 3 years of free money. $900 billion of free money. That's what Nancy Pelosi wanted to give them. And when they didn't get the free money, guess what they did? Did they go borrow because they're in such an urgent situation? No, they didn't borrow anything. Even though the Main Street Lending Program was set up for them and small businesses, they never got any of that money. And that's why it's shut down. That's why Steve Mnuchin recouped that money and said, hey, I'm putting it way back on a lock and key. And so what's important to understand is I think that you will get stimulus checks. I think you will get stimulus packages. I think it will get done during the holidays, provided these Congress people act rationally and logically. If they act illogically, doing things like saying, I'm going up to $3 trillion, I need now a $2,000 billion for Gavin Newsom and Andrew Cuomo. Well, it's nothing. Then we have a big ride awakening coming. And about that SSI and SSDI and Social Security and Railroad benefits, that $2,400, I believe that will be a standalone bill. I don't think it'll be part of the stimulus package. And then finally, people ask me how big the stimulus check will be. I'm worried that the narrative is going to get before the reality. Because if you look on broadcast news, they keep on saying, is another $1,200 check coming? Is another $1,200 check coming? Is that $1,200 check coming back? And it's just $1,200, $1,200, $1,200. That's all they say. And it worries me because ultimately $1,200 is a bad number. It's an illogical number. It actually was picked out of the sky in the spring. And it was not supposed to be $1,200. It was supposed to be $3,600. There's supposed to be 3 stimulus checks. It was $1,200, $1,200, $1,200. It suddenly became just $1,200. And then it went from $1,200 to $1,000. And then it went from $1,000 to $500. And that's what Nancy Pelosi has done with the number. $1,200, then went to $1,000, and then went to $500. So suddenly, my concern is that the narrative gets before the reality. And so what you need to do is share this video, put it on Twitter and share it and tag McConnell's communications director, tag McConnell, tag Mnuchin, tag McConnell, Mnuchin and Meadows and say, hey, take that CARES Act 1 money, repurpose it as a stimulus check, get it done, send it out, repurpose it as a stimulus check. And I believe he would do it because we're not increasing the national debt. What he's concerned about is increasing the national debt. What's the national debt? What does this mean? The national debt is how much debt the country is carrying, how much debt the country has. And every now and then the focus is on making it smaller because debt is not a good thing if it's too big. I remember growing up in New York for some years, and they would have a sign that said, here's the national debt, and it had one of those tickers, and it kept on going up. It was just zooming up. It was a live ticker of how high it was going. So the national debt doubled because of the first stimulus package. It went double in just a few weeks. So Mitch McConnell's worried that the national debt would double again under another stimulus package, and he worries we would just take decades to pay it down. Jerome Powell says not to worry, that we can lend more, we can borrow more, and that other countries are spending about 30% of their gross national product on GDP. So the bottom line is stimulus can be done, but if it's free, it's really going to be done. It's really good. So it's free stimulus, not free for you. Free for Mitch is really good. That's the CARES Act 1 money. That's that SBA money repurposing this stimulus check. It's really good because you get it free and you get forward, and it doesn't cost Mitch anything. Now let's turn to escalate benefits and that CARES Act 1 money. This is money you can get right now, not money 5 weeks from now, 5 months from now, but money right now. Escalated benefits, unemployment. This has been a big winner. big winner. And so on viewers of this channel, I've gotten viewers $250,000 so far in over a week and a few days. And Escalate Benefits has been a big winner. It's for anyone who has any time during this year been on unemployment or PUA and made $18,000 or more in 2019 taxes, declared taxes. What is escalated benefits? Escalated benefits means the following. States start you at a base level benefit per week. And they don't tell you that that number that they're paying you weekly is the bottom. They don't tell you that you can go higher. And they don't tell you what the maximum number is. You can look them up online. Generally, the maximum is about 300 in some states, 350 in other states, 4 something in California, 400 something in California, and in New England, it's about 500 something. So they don't tell you can go from 100 to 500. They just don't want you to know that. And so why would you be at 500 and why would you be at 100? 100 is for people who don't make any money in 2019. So why are you at a place in which you didn't, when you did make some money and you declare taxes on the money you made, and they're giving you less unemployment assistance? It's called entry level. When you enter the system, that's where you are until you fix it. And that's the purpose of this channel. So the way you fix it is giving them your 2019 tax return. Done. Why? Because they have to pay you the weekly benefits based upon your 2019 tax return. And they have to pay that the entire time in which you've been on benefits. That's the concept of retroactiveness. So, for example, if you went on unemployment in February and then were on it till July, got a job in July until October, then went back on unemployment again in October, no problem. This would be for every week that you were unemployed and receiving unemployment assistance. It's not for the weeks you are employed. And if you are employed now, you could go back and do this retroactive for the period you were unemployed. Very simple. This has nothing to do about FPUC, that thing that goes on top of UI and PUA. Nothing to do about FPUC. It's UI and PUA. And so what you're doing is you're raising your benefits. So you're sending them a letter. Very simple. Hi, it's me. It's me. You recognize me from the casino? I want you to take a look at my 2019 tax return. I made this amount of money last year. And I think based upon, and I'm currently being paid this amount of money for unemployment benefits per week. Thank you. I think I qualify for more weekly benefits. Simple. I think I qualify for more weekly benefits. Can you please take a look at my 2019 tax return? Thank you. And he sent it off. When I first did this video, it was April 25th. 2 days ago, or a day ago, was our 7th month anniversary of this channel. Can you imagine 7 months? I've recorded every single day for 7 months. Can you imagine? And I can't remember, but I really did this video almost every single day. I can't remember what time slot it was. I think it was the 4 o'clock time slot. Every day since day one, I've done escalate benefits, and I didn't do it for a few months then because people weren't talking much about unemployment. And then when I realized people need money, they really need money, I brought it back, and this has been a hit. And what's shocking to me is the fact that, you know, I may have lost the attention of 2 months of viewers who may have qualified for this, but I wasn't doing the videos because no one was focusing on unemployment issues. They were just like, where's my FPUC? Where's my FPUC? Where's my FPUC? And then suddenly I realized, wait a second, how about raising your UI? Raising my UI? Raising your PUA? Raising my PUA? And what's important to understand is, thank goodness, it's retroactive. And thank goodness it has nothing to do with the federal government. So whatever happens next week, it has nothing to do with getting your escalated benefits. Escalated benefits are escalated benefits in the state. They're not anything to do with the federal government. Finally, EIDL. Get your EIDLs on file, please. Please get them in. If you're doing one, please get it in, because I don't think SBA's EIDL for COVID is going to be around in a few more weeks. You know, if you want to make it more obvious, you go to sba.gov, and it says COVID relief plans or COVID relief things, and you click on it, and there's economic injury disaster, EIDL. It's just like, okay, so how long is it going to be there? Well, the pandemic's almost gone. No, it's not almost gone. But the pandemic assistance under this administration is almost gone. CARES Act 1, and there's no plan behind it. And so I'd say get that on file. Get it on file and get approved and get funded right away. If you have questions or comments in today's video, drop them in the comments below. I might feature them in tomorrow's recording. Coming up next is Morning to LALATE at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and stay LALATE for more.